artillery firepower. There has been much to learn, and they are learning it well. The Army's Sunday punch on the ground has not been neglected, however. Conarc's armored training responsibility has been increased, and the men of today's armored forces train in realistic combat exercises with tanks and other armored vehicles which have greater range, firepower, and punch than ever in history. Combat can come in a great number of ways, and it is Conarc's job to see that the Army is ready to act on any scale, large or small. An indication of the widely varied training which Conarc must oversee is this class of graduates. They are now, in addition to being crack combat troops, military policemen. They have completed training which included instruction in all the skills required of civilian police, and many more as well. They have been taught the precision and discipline through which a skilled team of military police can master the disorganized mass emotions of a mob of rioters. And at the school, they have put that teaching into practice. They have learned how a single MP at a key intersection can ensure an efficient flow of traffic, whether that intersection be on an Army post or on a supply route in a combat area, where many lives may depend upon an uninterrupted flow of supplies and material. Their training has fitted them for a wide variety of duties all over the world, where they will work in cooperation with their military and civilian counterparts, acting not only as military police, but as unofficial ambassadors of goodwill. In a final example, we touch on Conarc's training function with regard to the high mobility required of today's Army. Air transport means pilots, and it is Conarc's responsibility to train them. The Army has fixed and rotary wing craft for every type of task, and while this display does not show them all, it indicates the scope of pilot training that becomes necessary in keeping them manned and ready. One type of training puts an Army pilot and his tiny aircraft high above enemy positions to act as observer for artillery units below, pinpointing targets, directing fire upon them. The Army pilot must have the skill to make a landing field of whatever the terrain offers, whether he's flying a light spotter plane or such heavier reconnaissance aircraft as the fast and rangy Grumman Mohawk. Or the Army's largest aircraft, the highly rugged and versatile Caribou. Helicopters play a major role in the Army's air operations, and their pilots attain a virtuosity of control that is sometimes startling to watch. Here's a whirlybird square dance 50 feet above the ground. Such displays of precision are more than just an interesting show, however, for no less a degree of control is acceptable when a pilot must take off and skim the treetops, avoiding enemy fire to complete a mission like this one, the recovery of casualties from a forward combat area. And when on a much larger scale, waves of troop-carrying copters move in to deliver an Army assault force to a key combat objective, it is Army pilots who do the delivering. The combat-ready troops, the men who transport them by land or air, still others who provide communications, ammunition, supplies, the people who perform the hundreds of different operations which make it possible for a fighting force to bring its power against an enemy. All of these have gained their skill through training. And across the breadth of our continent, The providing of that training has been and remains one of the vital functions of Conarc, the Continental Army Command.
What you have seen, of course, is only the smallest of samplings. A few representative samples of Conarc's training responsibility. And this training, of course, is only one of a number of missions which Conarc must fulfill. But it is a vital one. Its objective is the basic one you heard described earlier, readiness, complete and constant. The time and the circumstances in which America finds itself demand this degree of readiness. Your Continental Army Command intends to make sure that this demand is met.